In the last decade, Ty West has proved adept at many kinds of genre movie. But if he's never quite cracked the mainstream, it may be because he couldn't properly follow up 2009's The House of the Devil with anything as revelatory, stylish, or blood-curdling. West should feel no shame whatsoever that he hasn't been able to quite top the grammatical successes of House of the Devil, because most filmmakers go their whole lives without a film as good, let alone one as effective. You can only reinvent the wheel once. In short, West may be forever judged against House of the Devil, no matter how good his subsequent work has been, and he's been no slouch. But what an albatross. I'll never forget the first time I saw it. I was tucked into the smallest corner of the Coolidge Corner Theater in Boston on a frigid autumn evening. A room so small, it felt as though they had dug it out for the express purpose of showing us this movie. I knew nothing going into it except that it was West, and he was already one of the best young directors working in genre. So whatever he had planned was going to be worth it. This is the guy who started his first feature like this.
Ah, you're early. But welcome to Channel 13's special Saturday night Frightmare Theater. As usual, the master is once again away on business and has left me with the dubious task of being your host for tonight's gruesome entertainment. But I'm more than thrilled to have you here for such a truly wretched feature, indeed. Strictly for those deep-seated in the macabre.
Not only funny, but shrewd. How do you make the most of your low-budget zombie movie? Tom Noonan as Ghoulardi heckling it from the sidelines. Genius. House of the Devil, it turns out, is to Halloween what The Roost is to the Evil Dead. The great and still underused Jocelyn Donahue plays Samantha Hughes, a young woman desperate to move out of her dorm and into an apartment, but she still needs money in a hurry to make it happen. Enter deceptively benevolent-seeming benefactors, the Ullmans.
Hi, I'm Samantha, the babysitter. This is my friend Megan.
Vincent Ullman. Very nice to meet you. Both.
Noonan returned, along with legends Dee Wallace and Mary Woronov, as the nervous antagonist in House of the Devil. Giving a truly stellar performance, West makes expert use of his titanic frame and gentle nature.
Have a seat. You're a doll for agreeing to this. I mean it.
It's nothing really.
I can't tell you how much of a relief it'll be to get this night behind us. You know, we only arrived in town very recently, and we really haven't had a moment to spare. You know, what with the eclipse and all.
So are you a teacher or something?
No. I mean, not exactly. Just... Did you know both of you live in one of the most perfect places on Earth to get a clear view of it tonight?
We heard.
Yeah, this place is quite the astronomer's dream.
Are you an astronomer?
No, not exactly. Samantha, could I have a word with you in the other room, please?
Sure.
I hope you don't have a problem, but you have to understand that I'm only paying one person for their time.
Oh, yeah. No, Megan's not staying. She's just my ride. I don't have a car, so she was just dropping me off.
Oh, good. And please forgive me for sounding rude. It's just that my wife is very on edge about this whole situation.
You're not being rude. I understand.
Unfortunately, no, I'm afraid you don't.
Excuse me?
Please sit down.
Samantha now just has to survive the night alone in a big, imposing house. What could go wrong? The fun of House of the Devil is in the way West makes us forget the last thing we saw. Yes, the film is frequently and without warning terrifying, but he gets so much mileage out of the spectacle of Samantha just living her life.
Good evening, I'm Elaine Cross.
And I'm Ted Stevens.
And welcome back to Channel 13 News.
Tonight's big eclipse is now well underway. It is a total lunar eclipse, which I'm told means up to 2 hours of no moon visibility. More than half the moon has already entered the Earth's shadow.
Observers from all over the Western Hemisphere are watching this spectacular event. In fact, it's visible from every continent this side of the globe except Antarctica.
The best time to see this fascinating event will be just about the stroke of midnight. That's when you'll be able to see the moon itself actually disappear into the Earth's shadow.
And that's it for us tonight. Stay tuned for a special presentation of Frightmare Theater coming up next.
Ooh, scary.
It's a good night for a movie.
Get the popcorn ready. Good night.
I like mine with butter.
The film is funny as often as it's scary. This scene in particular is just as freeing and incredible as the rest of the film is bone-chilling. West's sense of humor and his willingness to explore both female trauma and female joy has made him an indispensable presence in modern genre cinema. He let Greta Gerwig be herself before the world knew who she was, and somehow she fits into the 80s milieu perfectly.
So, tell me all about it. I want details.
Well, it's not too big. When you walk in, there's like a little living room area on the left, and then a hallway down the right.
Oh, is it carpet or hardwood?
Hardwood.
Good. Carpet's filth. Especially for a germaphobe like you.
I'm not a germaphobe. But I don't like gross things. Anyway, the kitchen's kind of blah, and so is the bathroom, but I'll paint them cool colors or something.
Yeah. Oh. I wish you had pictures.
Yeah, me too. Sort of sucking at explaining it right now, but you'll see it soon.
Yeah, well, it sounds great. This pizza's nasty today.
The film overflows with empathetic sensation in its push-pull of tension and release. Which translates to a whole movie of smiling deliriously at a job well done. But then this happens, and suddenly the film lurches into a realm of pure terror. West takes his pastiche to a place beyond imitation or homage, a place only he has proven capable of reaching, where our eyes deceive us, or we want to believe they are, because the sights are too terrifically frightening. The incredible sound design by Graham Resnick plays our nerves like a fiddle. The film feels like the endpoint of 80s fetishism, even if the worst of that was yet to come. A place where is born a future even worse than what we could imagine. In a sense, it's a contrapuntal lullaby for the fear-mongering and casual slaughter that marked 80s domestic and international policy, and the way something like Satanic Panic kept a moral lid on anyone digging deeper into the crimes of the Reagan administration. If we were worried about the devil corrupting our children, we didn't have time to wonder what future we were making for them. House of the Devil made it clear that something evil was born then, and we are still at its mercy.